Now I would like to introduce a very important guest that's here tonight. He's come all the way from Houston. Consul General Sanjiv Arora. He joined the Indian Force Services in 1984 and has served in various capacities in India's diplomatic mission in Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Sri Lanka, Germany and Czech Republic. He was desk officer of Sri Lanka in the Ministry of External Affairs, New Delhi from 1991 to 94. He served as a director of the secondment of the Ministry of Finance during 2003 and 2004. Before coming to Houston in November of 2008, Consul General Arora was head of the United Nations Political Division in the Ministry of External Affairs from 2005 to 2008. In this capacity, he dealt with India's foreign policy on wide ranges of issues at the United Nations. He was the government of India's nodal official of the UN General Assembly session. He had the privilege of being involved in the government of India's initiative on table resolution at the UNGA and observance of Mahatma Gandhi's birthday on 2nd October in the International Day of Non-Violence. There is so much to tell about Sanjiv Arora. But one of the things that I really, in the short time and the duration that I met with him since his visit, since his arrival yesterday, was that he is very humble and very down to earth and very friendly. He did not give me a feeling that, you know, he is something that, he was just a very good human being. So I thank you very much for that, and it was very heart touching, and that he's here amongst us within the community in Alabama. I'd like to welcome Consul General Sanjiv Arora.
Thank you so much, Sanjiv, for your very kind words. Honorable Governor of Alabama, Mr. Robert Bentley, First Lady, Mrs. Bentley, Honorable Mayor of West Area, Mr. Brook, Mr. Jesse Hernandez, President, Birmingham International Center, who have taken this wonderful initiative, Spotlight on India, of which this evening's gala is really a signature event. Executive Director of VIC, Iris Gross, the co-chairs of Spotlight on India program, Sanjiv Patel and Donna Francavilla, Ambassador William Cabanis, Mrs. Cabanis is being felicitated this evening, my colleagues from the Consular Corps who walked together with me in this majestic procession. Ladies and gentlemen, well, it is indeed a great pleasure and an honor to be here amidst you at this wonderful celebration. And I would like to reiterate my warmest congratulations to Birmingham International Center for their very earnest and proactive endeavors, especially in the last few months, to have a series of programs focused on India. Well, the BIC is well known for building bridges around the world, for promoting international goodwill and understanding and friendship. And I think this initiative is really an important step in that direction, because this would contribute very positively to bringing our two great countries, India and the United States, the world's two largest democracies, even closer. And I have the honor of, I've had the privilege of this brief interaction with Governor Bentley, and I must say I really see in him someone and also from your remarks, Honorable Governor, which came straight from heart. I see in him a leader who has a steadfast commitment to nurturing the bonds of friendship and cooperation between India and this very warm and friendly and vibrant state of Alabama. And we look forward, and I'm sure it is not only Indian diplomats like me, and of course our ambassador, I bring her greetings, she could not be here this evening. It's not only diplomats like us, but it's also the vibrant Indian American community, I'm sure, who would hold you to your word and look forward to an early visit by you to India, hopefully at the head of a delegation comprising corporate houses and educationists and representatives from other diverse walks of society that you have here in Alabama. Well, I am grateful for this very warm welcome that has been extended to me. Let me share with you on a personal note that this is really the third time in my life that I have been asked to proceed in a procession. You know, the first time was when I was in the middle school, 8th grade, and I won an election for the students' Consul. I think it was a good margin, so of course it was a victory procession. The second time was in 1985 when I had the good fortune of marrying Chaya, a wonderful person, my wife, who could not be here with me this evening. And I'm sure she's going to be very envious when I tell her that it is almost like in India, you know, traditionally a bridegroom is led into the party that I was ushered into, you know, this August gathering. Thank you very much indeed. And here, as you all walked in, you saw that the BIC, their organizers, their partners, the sponsors, and a number of volunteers. I was so delighted to meet students volunteering, you know, Indian students studying in this region. Also, local students, some of them who have come from Huntsville, a group of students. I interacted with them from Miles College, Huntsville, who will be visiting our country in March. So many of them I think have really with a lot of passion and enthusiasm put together this evening, you know, in terms of trying to represent India's rich cultural diversity. And of course the BIC is also organizing a number of programs focused on business, bringing our businesses together, for teachers, for students. So this is really going to make an important contribution. And I think it is, of course, very natural for